Yes! Hey. Ah, what? Hi. Hi. can you, can you, can you tell that, that it's been like a year since I've streamed? Uh, yeah, hi. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Well, hi, Dubs. It's, been a minute, huh? Yeah, been a little bit. Um, I don't know. I have, I don't know how to stream anymore. Uh, yeah, I have a reminder on my calendar, that, the 22nd is, um, the Streamiversary. I saw it coming up, and so I was like, well, I know I haven't streamed, but I mean, at the least I should do it for the anniversary, right? So, take the fucking thing off. How am I doing? I am actually now, um, doing, knock on wood, but doing pretty good. Despite living in a very conservative part of the United States, I'm doing pretty good. Um, things are, they're going. Um, I had a tooth pulled last week, so that was honestly, it was good. It was a lot of relief. I needed it to. I definitely needed that to happen. That getting that removed and everything has been a pretty big relief for me. Um, Recently, Mana and I have gotten really serious with our uh, diet and exercise. We joined a gym recently and have been more active and doing better. I've had to take the last week off from the gym and from doing my regular routine. Because of the dental stuff, I couldn't do like weightlifting or anything, which is all I do. Um, uh, so there's that. I had a doctor's appointment this week that I think was the first one in memory, where I wasn't going in like for something or to complain about something or to get something fixed. It was just it was my annual physical anyways, but like I went in and they were asking how everything is, if how's this doing, how's that doing, blah blah blah, and pretty much every time I was like, no, I'm good. I have everything pretty well managed right now. Um, the only change that was made, which is, so we'll really see how stream goes today and if it's any different, because this is a big change, I guess. So about a month or so ago, I officially, like medically speaking, can now say I have been diagnosed with ADHD and autism. Surprising nobody, but my mom, which wasn't surprising. But yeah, like I've been losing weight. I've been getting healthier. Today is my first day on Adderall, so we'll see. That's kind of what I'm saying. Is like today's like my first day like on a this ADHD medication. I it's not my first one though. I did try something else, but it wasn't a great time. So we're here trying something else, and I'll be honest, I was nervous about it. Because of my negative reaction to the first one that I tried, was a very bad experience for like a week or so. Um, but so far, I'm actually like I'm feeling really good. I'm not I'm not feeling the way I was worried I was going to feel because Adderall is a stimulant, and I don't do very well with um, like caffeine. Um, so I was very worried that today, with it being a stimulant and just how it works and blah blah blah, that like I was gonna be, I was gonna take it and then feel like how I do if I drink like a regular cup of coffee, which is just my heart is racing, I'm sweating, I'm not like I don't feel energetic. I feel like too overstimulated. Like I'll sit there and just like shake and like vibrate, and I hate that feeling. And that is how I was feeling on my last medication. Like some of the physical stuff that was going on was what it was making like my heart race, and like I wasn't feeling right. It didn't help that I was also feeling that at work, and I have a very sedentary job where I also can't really just like get up and go move. So what I wanted to do, was like get up and go like run like a mile. Um, but I had no way of like getting that excess energy out. Today I don't feel that way. Like I feel focused. Like I do feel more like energetic and awake, but it's not a like I said, like it's not like a vibrating like uncomfortableness. It's just a like even now, like as I'm sitting here, like it's just like extra energy and like focus, which hey, that's the fucking point. Those are the two things that I wanted fixed in my life, was my energy levels and my ability to focus. So hey, working so far. I'll take it. Um so yeah, I mean, everyone, life has bumps in the roads, but overall, for like the first time in a while, and again, knock on wood, uh when someone asks how I'm doing, I can say, you know what, like in earnesty and honestly, I'm doing pretty good. Um yeah. So again, kind of like I've said, like no, yeah, I think so too. I I think feeling good is good. Yes, thank you, Dubs. How are you doing? Like, how are anybody generalized? But hey, let's be honest, you're the one here. So how are you doing? How's your life been over the last year? Um, uh, yeah. So like, as far as today, I don't. Like I said, like I knew I was gonna be live today, and then I wanted to do something for I just wanted to like be live today, right? So I don't have plans beyond the thing that I already have kind of loaded up that we're gonna get into, um, which is Final Fantasy Duodecim, which I'm sure nobody but me and and maybe Dart know about. So I'll explain it and get into it and everything, what we're playing and what we're doing. But yeah, I'm just kind of winging it today. Like we're gonna play that. I'm gonna see how long that lasts. Maybe we'll play some Kingdom Hearts, or I'll find something else on here. Like obviously I've got Steam and I've got other shit to play. So we may switch around games and stuff. Um, I may. The one thing I was kind of iffy about today was smoking. because I just didn't know how I was going to feel on the medication, and then how that would feel, how being on the medication would feel while also taking my other medication. But like I may do a like high laugh you lose or something. One of the Christmas gifts I got that last year was a like a challenge set of hot sauces. So like maybe I'll do the like lose portion with like, oh, every time I laugh I gotta eat like a hot one style, like increasing spiciness of chips or something. We'll see. Finished school, got a job, and parents bought a house that they're renovating. That's super cool, man. All of those are fantastic life goals. Congratulations. Is is the job you got related to your like, are you in the career that like you were going to school for, or is this just like I have a job for now until I can find something in my field? Yeah, that's really cool. I finally got a second monitor. Like not a television that I have sitting on like a different thing. I have a second monitor. um like I've always wanted for like especially for streaming, and of course I got it when I wasn't streaming, but yeah, I finally have like a 2 monitor setup. I also want to double check just to make sure. To me, sitting here talking while streaming, I'm looking at me, and it feels like there's lag between the video and the audio. I just want to make sure that's not happening for you guys. So Dubs, let me know if there's any like discrepancy between the video and the audio. But if not, we should be good. Yeah, what else? Mana still works for at a school, but is a bus driver now, and they are loving it. Definitely a better fit for them. They're much happier. They're also a coach, and I don't know. I feel like some third thing. They are always they've been very busy with work, but I'm happy for them because they want it. It's what they wanted, but they are also enjoying it, and they are. Mana is like very happy where they are, and it's just great to see them finally like happy, especially when it comes to like their like career path and things like that. So that's been really nice too. Every job, every employer, everything has its negatives and downsides for sure. There are bad days and bad people and bad policies and blah blah blah. But overall, in regards to everything, for the moment, third time knock on wood, we're happy. And that's cool. Hold on, my little Durgan fell. I've gotten a lot of new, whatever you want to call them. Used to call them tchotchkes. I got a lot of little dudes. I got a lot of figurines up on top of my, up on top of my computer now. Let me see if I can. Oh, I couldn't get the ones in the back. Hold on. Let me post this to the Discord real quick so you guys can see the little desk buddies I've got now. more or less in my field, it's an engineering office for water supply and disposal. I'm in favor of electrical installation. That's super cool, man. Um. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Uh, you know, it don't notice a delay. Okay, just making sure it was just like my end of like, well, of course, there's gonna be like a you know quarter second of a delay between when I'm actually talking and what I see on screen, but just making sure that that wasn't like going through to like you guys. Um, yeah, I'm glad were able to find a job involving your degree at least. That's always awesome. Yeah, man, congratulations. I hope you're enjoying the job too. Um, the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about my little desk buddies. See, can I just drag and drop this? That'd be great. Hey, I can. Okay, that's neat. Um, oh, that ain't it. Yeah, so I love my little desk guys. Like this is mostly what I'm staring at whenever I'm actually like streaming for you guys. Are I got all these guys staring at me. Um, there's the Kingdom Hearts shadow, the little heartless up in the top left. A 3D printed, a very early 3D printed thing of Junkrat from Overwatch that Dart made for me. It was like one of the first things that he, as far as I'm aware, it's one of the first things that he like 3D printed after he started getting into it a couple of years ago. And then honestly, like, I got one, two, three of these are so the Irish duck, the Dungeons and Dragons Lego figurines, and the little balancing the blue dragon. All of those are presents from my mom. Shout out to Mama, I love her. Um, uh, so yeah, all of those ones were presents from my mom. Um, the cute like moth cat. I don't remember where that came from. I wait a minute. Hey Mana, where did we get the little moth cats from? Or butterfly or whatever. Yeah. Right, right. Um yeah, so those Mana and I got from a local Japanese mart that unfortunately lasted like maybe 2 or 3 months and then closed down. But they had the like gachapon machines, where you did the capsule machines where you put in like an amount of money and then, it spits out a random, usually like figurines or something like in the little capsules. Um, so we got that from there. That's adorable. Um, the two little like squishy things on the far end. I remember Mana got them for me, but I don't remember where they got them. And then Donut Cat and the Little Dragon, both Mana and I got while we were on vacation a couple years ago, where I'm originally from, Buffalo, New York. We were up there on vacation with my parents, seeing my family and everything. And we went to a mall somewhere and got these little guys at a store. And then the one that I'm sure you want me to talk about. This fucking the fucking thing in the middle. This big finger snail. I don't know if he'll stop in today. I've told him I'm streaming today. You're gonna have to ask Quotons about that one. He very generously and very touchingly, he got that for me from a like obscurities and curio convention that he went to a few years ago, and said he saw it and it made him think of me. So we got that for me. I was also like, I remember being in like I don't know if it was just the day or just that time period, but I remember feeling like pretty down that day whenever he didn't give it to me personally, because I think again I was like hiding from the world that day, and but Mana brought it to me while I was in bed one day, and it was just like Quoton's got you this present, and it was just that. But yeah, those are all my little guys up there. That's my little collection of dudes. So that's that. Yeah, no. I mean, this fucking ADHD, man. Like I cleaned this room. Like I took everything out, put it almost like all the big stuff, and reorganized it and put it back in, got it all clean, and then of course just like 3 different times we're like, we got to clean the house. I don't know where to put this shit. Just throw it in the back room. We'll worry about it later. And then, you know, that happened 3 or 4 times, and then I just didn't clean up since then. So like I tried to like clean up a little bit, because obviously I knew I was going to be live today, but like this room just is a mess. Like I'm looking at 3 suitcases next to me. I gotta do shit with. Tons of paperwork, tons of boxes, tons of random shit. Mostly just like laundry and stuff that needs to be done. But I did move. I cleaned up an area over here, and so all of those over there next to the green screen, which is that thing leaning up against the wall. Those are all my Gundam models. Some of which are completed, most of which are probably semi-completed, and some of which haven't even been opened yet. Still, of course, have the mushy buddy that Mana made for stream a couple years ago. And then I let's see if I can. And then just like bookshelf, and you could see all this fucking mess over here. Bookshelf, bunch of like games and stuff, D&D related shit. You can't really see it. I think I have the image file, so I'll put the actual image up on screen. But that right there is one of it. It needs to get up on the wall, but that's one of my new prized possessions. Dart commissioned an artist to draw one of my D&D characters, the one that I played in a campaign that he ran, which is also the campaign. I think I got this while I was. I don't know if you guys have seen my second tattoo, my Bobbit. You see this little guy? I can't remember if I was still streaming whenever I got him, or if I've done a stream since then and shown him. But that's my. He's a little goose with some bespoke spiked leather armor. If you've ever played D&D or know anything about tabletop games in general, you get it. You get this sort of shit. It was a reference to the game, and now like 3 of us from that group have it. Have like the same tattoo. I think a couple other people are looking to get it. So, oh yeah, let me see if I can find that. If I can find this artwork that. But yeah, it was. I mean, God, it's so cool. Just looking at it again. Let's see. I guess. Where should I? Where's Ezekiel's game? So I'm trying to find. I try to keep things as organized as possible. So I'm trying to find the folder with all the stuff with Ezekiel's game, but I don't. Maybe I just didn't have it on this computer. Yeah, so let me... Actually, what am I doing? Why did I save it? I'm just doing this. Same thing I did before. Isn't that fucking incredible? I will give a bit of a backstory for this image, at least. So, the dude is the character I played in his game, a Goliath fighter named Rhyme Catcher. He is holding Bobbit the Goose. I won't go into every single detail, but I'll tell you guys this. Bobbit, someone at some point cast like a detect magic or something and saw that one of Bobbit's feathers was glowing. So Rhymecatcher just went over and pulled it out. And then it fucking exploded. Right in my fucking face. It cast, again, if anyone knows specifics, it cast Fireball the moment I plucked it. So yeah, so to everybody else, I just picked up this goose and plucked a feather, and then he fucking, and then it exploded. So that is the moment. It's he got this for me as like a birthday / Christmas present. But yeah, so there's my guy. There he is. I think I've got. Let me see if I've got like my own art of Rhymecatcher. Most of what I didn't really. I think I only drew him myself. Like a handful of times. Mostly I just used the like. I used Hero Forge, the miniature maker. No, I'm not gonna have any of those drawings on here. Okay, that's okay. But yeah, like that's so fucking incredible, and it's perfect. Definitely got the expressions and the personality there and everything. It's so fucking cool. It's so awesome. Isn't that a thing? You can put a spell on an object that the spell is activated later under some conditions. Yes. I honestly forgot the last time I talked to you that you had been like trying out D&D. So also interested to see if that has continued and if you've enjoyed yourself or not. Like what Dungeons and Dragons opportunities you've had, if any, over the year. Yes, there is a spell called Glyph of Warding. Where it has a couple different options, but one of the options is like whatever surface you place it on, as part of that spell, you cast another spell, and that spell is kind of like locked into the glyph, and then you can give a condition to when the glyph will go off, and then produce the effect of the held spell. So you could Glyph of Warding a fireball, like, absolutely. Although I think the spell itself, like, one of the other options, like, if you don't put a spell on it, like, one of the things you can do is Exploding Glyph. Granted, I don't know if it's as powerful as Fireball or not, but you could absolutely Glyph of Warding a fireball. Okay, as long as we're talking about it, I'll just explain it then. So what was going on with Bobbit is, once again, it started off as like a joke of... as most things in D&D, right? Like, things start off as humor and a joke and, like, a side thing, but then can very possibly become, like, real consequential things in the game. So, Bobbit started off as a normal fucking goose. Bobbit started off as a joke of... Rhymecatcher was the only member of the party that had a proficiency in land vehicles. So I'm the only one that could drive. And the party needed to take... we needed to travel pretty far. So while the group was at the tavern getting supplies and getting ready and talking about, like, the mission and everything, I was like, oh, well, I'm the only one that can drive. We don't have any mounts or horses or any way of getting there faster. I'm gonna go find a carriage for us to rent, and so we can get to wherever the fuck it was we were going. So Rhymecatcher went and got that and came back. And me being silly, I was like, well, so Rhymecatcher's back at the tavern, but everybody's just is like waiting on him to get there. But I was like, well, Rhymecatcher doesn't want to get out of he doesn't want to get out of the cart and go in and wrangle everybody and then, like, come back out and blah blah blah. So I jokingly said, yeah, I just honk for them to that I'm outside. And of course, Dart as the DM was like, how do you honk with what? And my solution was, well, I strapped a goose to the side of the wagon. And so that, he was basically like he tied a goose to the outside of the cart and was just kind of like bagpiping it. And then that goose stayed with the party. Rhymecatcher fell in love with the little guy, named him Bobbit. And that's it. So, I was like, oh, well, we're going to be going into dangerous situations. I need to make sure he's safe. So he took his extra coin and got him some custom made spiked leather armor. And we took him on adventures with us. And then, like I said, we kind of like accidentally found out one day that, like, we pulled a feather and it exploded. We still didn't know if that meant when you pull a bobbit feather, they explode, because only one of them was, like, glowing. And we tried, like, maybe on one or two other occasions, and different things happened. So we knew, okay, maybe it's a random magical effect that happens, and the first one, it just happened to be, a fucking explosion. And then later on, like near the end of the game, we found out that Bobbit was just like a magical receptacle for, like, artifacts. Because we were, and again, I'm just going to say this and then lore nerds can suss it out. We were fighting Vecna, and I pulled the Sword of Kos out of him because I needed to. We eventually found out that Bobbit is like basically like a god. Or is actually like an over-god, like an entity even more powerful than and capable of creating gods. And he was just kind of bumming around with us because he was bored. But that's Bobbit, and that's why his feather exploded, is because it was a random effect, and also later on learned he just kind of wanted to do that shit. Yeah, it was going for a while. That is a religion I can get behind. True. We do need to... I need to make it to where someone in the party must have started the Church of Bobbit. I'm thinking of that party. I don't think we had any... we didn't have... I don't know if we had, like, a cleric or a paladin or anybody who would, like, stereotypically... is, like, religious. Rhymecatcher was a fighter. We had a satyr druid. I just asked the player the other day what their I don't remember what they were. I always forget, but I'm just gonna hedge a bet and say druid. So we had a fighter, a druid, a wizard, um, a barbarian. Mana's character was a bard and barbarian. A rogue. Yeah, I don't think we had like a cleric or anything in that game. I don't think any of the characters in that party were like religious. So at least in game, there's no one of the party who like, oh, their epilogue, like the rest of their, not the rest of their life, but like what they did after the adventure was they went and like gospeled and like started like a church of Bobbit or anything. But I don't see why not. Yeah, it was going for a while. At the moment, we have no sessions. Weekends are pretty much spent in renovations, and the other days is work. So not really a moment to play. Yeah, man, you are. I'm sure I've mentioned it in the time that I've talked about D&D and shit on this stream before, but the biggest villain of any D&D campaign is not some giant dragon. It's not some long-lived ancient lich. It's not the beholder. It's not, it's not any monster. It's not any king. It's not any villain. The biggest bad guy of Dungeons and Dragons is scheduling / free time. My group of friends, the bulk of us are 30 and over. And so, we're just at that stage in life where, yeah, like, it's not you see your friends maybe every few weeks. You set out time once a month or something to, like, get together. But otherwise, day to day, you just don't got time. You got work, and then you got home stuff, and you got just between all the responsibilities and everything, it leaves very little time for other people, much less, for yourself. So, yeah, the biggest villain for any D&D campaign is scheduling. I have 2 games that are bi-weekly, so I play every week, but it's a different game every week. When I used to live, playing, like 4 games a week or some shit. So yeah, I get it. I have one player, a wizard, who rolled that he is a religious fanatical cultist, and now he collects heads. Neat. So I guess technically speaking, I'm in another game. But it's so far different than a traditional D&D game because there's only 2 people involved, and it's kind of just a perpetual, like, it doesn't have sessions, kind of. It doesn't have a schedule, it doesn't have a this or that. So here's what it is. It is a game, it's D&D, just involving Mana and I. And we play when we want. We're we adhere to the rules as much as we want. We both have like characters built and like use a character sheet. Like we use the rules of the game to overall determine a lot of things, but like it's not a, hey, Friday night, 6 o'clock, be here for our D&D session, and then we're going to play for 4 hours, and that'll be our thing. We'll just be sitting around, just be like, hey, do you want to role play? We'll do it for 3 minutes at a time here, that, small little role play conversations or whatever. But it's also like we have the characters we play. Neither of us are the DM, yet both of us are the DM. It's just like an improv role play back and forth that uses the 5th edition rules to, you know, tell us what our characters can do, you know, like their limitations, and, you know, like when we need to make those decisions that are out of either of our hands, and we need just like the roll of the dice. So that has been, honestly, one of the best things they and I do, and they and I have done, and it's one of the most fun things I've ever done for D&D, because without having like the structure of like a traditional like game that's a campaign with a bunch of people and a story with an expectation, it's just both of us have ideas for the characters that we're playing, and we are living that out and just kind of seeing where they go. You know, like I have ideas of where I want our adventures to go, just like Mana does, and we will do those things, but it's such a collaborative thing, and it's been so much fun, like just for like for our relationship too. Like it's been really great doing it that way. Since it was our first time playing for all of us, the players all rolled everything for their characters. Fun comedy. Yeah, that's I really like that too, of like, that's such a good way of getting into it too. If it's like, okay, everybody here is new, including like the DM, like whoever's running the game is like, hey, I'm new to this shit too, so we're all flying by the seat of our pants here. If everybody is just so unsure of like, I don't even know what my options are really, like I have no. It sounds like a lot of people came to the group with the vibe of, all right, I would like to play Dungeons and Dragons, but I've never done that before, and I don't know anything about it. I just know it's a game, and people are having fun, and it's, like, getting more popular now. So, like, yeah, I want to play Dungeons and Dragons. And then it's like, okay, what do you want to play? Like, I don't know. I didn't have any thoughts. I don't know what the options are. Nothing. To have that, and then be like, oh, well, the way to resolve that is just everyone just rolls their shit randomly. Like your race, now, you know, your species, your class, your, you know, background or whatever for your character, just rolling that randomly and building the character and the concept off of just those randomly rolled things, honestly, is more D&D than like picking it yourself, right? Because like the whole thing about D&D is that as deep in the weeds as you get it, if you back out far enough, Dungeons and Dragons is just a bunch of rules in place to determine the results of a roll of the die, right? And so, what is more D&D than your character itself leaving what your character is going to be completely up to chaos and chance as well? Of like, I know I want to play. I don't know what I want to play. So I'm just going to roll these dice on some tables, and whatever those results are is what I'm going to play. And I'll build it from there. We also rolled for age. 3 out of 5 players are high age for their race. A human is 98. And we have a middle-aged elf and like a 16-year-old gnome bard. Dude, a 16-year-old gnome bard who's like... Okay, well, obviously I don't know what like a lot of 16-year-olds are listening to today, but like... for me, for my age and my perspective, that would be like, okay, I'm a 16-year-old gnome bard. I think I'm going to make him like an emo, Green Day, Nickelback kind of kid who's just like going through that stage as a teenager. He hates authority. He hates being told what to do. He's just in his emotions. He thinks all of the emo lyrics are the deepest truths out there, and someone finally gets it. Yeah, what a great character. A 98-year-old human. That's... You're, you know... Why are you adventuring? That's that's got to be the most dangerous decision as like a nearly, well, I guess if you're like, well, you know what? I'm 98, I should be dead already. I'm just gonna might as well go out with a bang. So I'm guessing, well, it probably depended on the race or whatever, but I'm guessing you guys probably just rolled like a D100 for the race or for the age, and then we're like, yeah, whatever it fucking comes up, that's how old your character is. Yeah, and I've found over the years, because there's been some occasions that have come up. Oh right, I gotta fix all this, huh? There is a. You know, over the years, I've come into the situations of like, oh, I know I'm playing in this D&D game, but I don't have any ideas or anything for what I want to play. So I'll just decide it randomly. And one of the things I found years ago is that it's the first option here. Who the fuck is my D&D character? So if you go to this website, I love this thing so much. If you go to this website, it's just like, oh, you think your character's cool? My character is a fucking, and then this part right here is randomly generated. My character is a fucking cautious dwarf wizard from a sunken city who is afraid of fire. And it's like, that's honestly really cool. If you, there's no. Okay, that is the button. Think your character's cool? My character is a fucking stoic tiefling sorcerer from the poor surroundings of the capital city who's afraid of dogs. Like, you can just keep. This is such a good source of inspiration for characters. Level-headed half-elf monk from the now dry swamp who makes all minor decisions by flipping a coin. That's so cool. That gives you everything. That gives you your species, your class, your general personality, and a vague backstory, as well as like some like character quirks that'll like make you stand out and have like some mannerisms that'll be, you know, like really interesting to like build off of. It's a forest gnome with a folk hero background. It was a pet squirrel who he saved as a cub. He let someone else create the backstory, so it was random too. The funny thing for me was that I played BG3 with him and he kicked the squirrel. Bro. I think, from what I've seen, the squirrel kick in BG3 is for the most part normally like a first-timer accident sort of thing. A lot of people don't intend to do it. So here's the trends I've seen, right? People play BG3 for the first time, accidentally kick the squirrel because of whatever, you know, dialogue option they choose. Their next bunch of playthroughs don't kick the squirrel because everybody loves a cute, cuddly animal. And then you kind of dip back into that, like, okay, I'm in the mood to now do my evil playthrough, or I'm just fed up with this fucking squirrel. Because I think, like, if you have, like, speak with animals and can actually talk to him, he's kind of a fucking asshole, I think. So you kind of you relearn stuff and then go back to kicking him again. But yeah, so it's you know, most of the time, you know, I've been playing. Sorry, getting used to streaming again. I've been playing D&D now for almost 15 years. Next year, I'll have been playing for 15 years. I started in 2011. So at this point, like most of the times, if I'm coming into a D&D game, I have like my backlog of character concepts. I have a list of character ideas. So very rarely am I going to come into a game where I have that mindset of like I have no idea what I want to play. I have to like make up a character. I usually have something like a concept, that I've had and fleshed out a little bit enough to be like, okay, if the opportunity for me to play a new character comes up, I got one. Um, so I haven't had to use any of these other things for quite some time. Um, but it's still fun. Not that degrades it at all. So Dart recently started up a new campaign, which is one of the ones I play on every other week. And for that game, I started with a list of like 6 character ideas that I had. And then I whittled that down to 4, and then I built those 4 characters to see which one would excite me the most, that would interest me the most, like as I was building them, like which one of these, like when I saw the stuff I was getting into and the stuff I would be doing, which one would I be most excited for. And that backfired, because by the end of it, I was no further into deciding who I wanted to play, because by the end of it, I was excited for all 4 of them. So it honestly just came down to, I was like, okay, I'm going to sit back and wait. There was some other stuff kind of going on in my personal life at the time, so I started... I missed the session 0 that they had for it, so I missed the prep and just kind of came in afterwards. But part of that was intentional. What are/were the options? So, hold on, let me see if I still have the... if I still have the list of what the other ones were. Because I for sure can go get the character sheets for the other ones. Well, I remember what they were. Nope, that's every character I've played. Okay. I remember the 4 that it was between. I don't really remember some of those like auxiliary runs that I was just like, no. So the options I had, the ideas I had to play were I thought about playing a dance bard who was the character was essentially going to be Michael Jackson, in that, like, I would like the actual speed, like I was playing like a Dragonborn. I think I eventually decided on like a silver Dragonborn for them. But they were going to be a dance bard that like that the whole like joke and like idea was that they used, Michael Jackson's style of dancing as their combat. Because the dance bard gets, basically says that they can use a higher die than a D4 for their unarmed attacks. I think it may be whatever die you use for your bardic inspiration. So that die also just goes up as you get higher levels in bard. But yeah, so I had like a Michael Jackson dance bard who uses their dance moves for their unarmed strikes. I had a now I don't know how globally popular this show was, and also I don't remember by how much, but I know you're younger. So being an international younger person, I don't know if you are familiar with the show Parks and Recreation, or just Parks and Rec for short, or the character from that show, Ron Swanson. but I was gonna make a I made a Ron Swanson ranger. Nope, don't know the show. Okay. He there is a chance that you may have seen clips or even just like a still image, but I don't know if you've seen this guy around, but this guy. And so I was just gonna make him as a D&D character. So it was, like a human ranger who hates society and like civilization, right? Like he hates like urban environments. He hates government. He hates like control and things like that, and just spends all his time out in the wilderness, loving and protecting nature, and had a bunch of like tool proficiencies, because like in the show, like the character of Ron Swanson is an exceptional like craftsman, like woodworking and leatherworking and even small like metallurgy and like stuff like that. So I got like a like a bunch of like crafting tool proficiencies. Yes, I know that guy. Okay, yeah. So this character was I was just making like the D&D version of him. I was gonna make him a human ranger who hated society, spent all his time out in nature, protecting it and everything. So that was my second idea. Third guy was a concept I've had for a few years, and was like, maybe I'll finally pull the trigger on playing this guy. He still wasn't the decision I went with. But it was so this was a character concept where I didn't start race and class. I started with the character, just like the concept, like the person, and then was going to build it from there. So the concept for the character was based around the idea came from my time hyperfixating on Warhammer 40k. So if you here we go back to the browser screen. In 40k, there are these good guys turned bad guys called the Plague Marines. And I mean, even for me, like you get the general idea. They oh, hold on. Actually, let me window. Hold on, let me take care of this real quick. So that you can actually see what I am talking about. Yeah, so these are Plague Marines. They used to be good guys, and then they got corrupted by a chaos god of pestilence and disease and rot, etc., right? And they look like this, big armored guys, but they got, like horns and like growths and mutations, and it's all about plague and pestilence and disease and rot. I love a good stomach mouth. Right? So like I love the design and like the idea of these guys. So I wanted to play this as a D&D character. What I ended up building was I thought I was going to go like paladin or cleric, because the character they were going to be like a super devout worshiper, but warrior for a god of, pestilence, disease, whatever. But But when I was looking at the rules, because for these characters that I'm building, again, I don't know how into the weeds you may have gotten with D&D, but they just came out with like the new set of rules, the 2024 version of 5th edition. They have not made it easy to reference this shit. They should have just called it. Anyways, so I built all of these characters with the 2024 rules because I wanted to see what the new stuff was like. And I actually found one of the subclasses for the Barbarian in the new player's handbook is the Zealot, which is, which is like they are devoted to a god, but they don't do the magic part of it. They're not a cleric, they're not a priest. They're not even necessarily like like they are a warrior for this person, but like it's not like a paladin thing either. It's literally just I am a warrior with a lot of rage and I need it directed in some fashion. This god that I believe in gives me the excuse to go like be violent towards other people, right? But having that touch of like divinity to it, like you are doing this in service of a god or a belief. So I went I built a barbarian that would have eventually been a Path of the Zealot, and for my D&D character version of this, I think I went Azamar, which is Azamar are the people they're the opposite of tieflings. Tieflings are people whose bloodline or because of a deal that was made with a demonic or devilish source, turns them into tieflings. Azamar are the celestial side of that. They're people who have celestial blood or made pacts, like whose themselves or family have made pacts with celestial beings. So I made him an Azamar because the Azamar do have like a kind of darker version to them. But I made him an Azamar barbarian that was going to go Path of the Zealot. And his whole thing was that he was, even though he was an Azamar, he was raised by they're called Durgar, but they're the deep dwarves, the ones with like purple skin and like white hair that live in the Underdark. They're in Baldur's Gate 3, in the Underdark section. So he was raised. Hi, I have a camera, right?
I know, I just didn't know how well you were paying attention. Dubs!
Yeah, of course he's here. I'm just going over the like we're talking D&D stuff, so I'm going over.
Yeah.
He asked like what the 4 like character options that I was going over were. Yeah. So yeah, I don't even think I told you this. Like when I finally like built this guy, it was a actually, you know what? I'm not going to say it because I may use him as a backup in case something ever happens
with
to
that
my rogue.
campaign entirely possible.
Yeah, as we've seen.
Yeah. By the way, the meatballs smell fucking delicious.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're
Good.
starting to get fucking fragrant. I'm going to let Nova out to sunbathe.
Okie dokie.
Bottoms! I'm playing Monster Hunter!
What would happen if a tiefling would make a pact with a god? So I mean, like anybody could play a tiefling cleric. The bulk of the time, a tiefling or Azamar aren't going to be the person that like turned them into one. Usually a person is born a tiefling because, again, like either their parents or like somewhere along their bloodline, their lineage, someone made, a deal with the devil, and the response to that is like a tiefling is born, a creature who clearly shows that something is infernal about them. that doesn't restrict them whatsoever from, they're their own individual. They can channel divine power. They can be a follower of any god or whatever power they want. Um, aren't there children tieflings then too? I think more or less. I think like I'd have to go and look at what like the D&D lore on it is, like what the official things may say, if anything. Um, on a realistic level, I think something like that would just kind of be like an up to the DM thing. If it's a subject that's coming up in your game, because you have a tiefling who either is going to wants kids, or if you want to say that like your character is a tiefling for the simple fact that like their parents were also tieflings, then yeah, but that still means somewhere along that bloodline that something happened. Genealogy in D&D is really like, it gets so weird and complicated that it's really just kind of the DM's call, because like I in one of the first games I ever played, Quotons was in it, and he played. Granted, this was a different edition of the game, so it had different ways of doing this and allowing these sorts of things. But he played so technically speaking, a half elf, but he was half dark elf, half I don't want to misspeak here. He was either half dragon or half dragonborn. So it's like, can that happen? Sure. Like what would the product be of, like a gnome and a halfling, having a child? It's like, well, that fucking thing doesn't exist, and there aren't half gnomes or half halflings. So it's just, like DM's call sort of thing. Generally speaking, what I think most DMs would probably do is like, your character can like be from whatever mixed lineage they want, and their appearance can be whatever the fuck you want. Just make the decision, mechanically, like where are their species traits going to come from, sort of thing. Father, powerful tiefling. Mother, powerful Azamar. Child, normal. Yeah, it's the same line of thinking, like that same joke of the child of a minotaur, who is top half bull, bottom half human, and a mermaid who is top half human, bottom part fish. Like, the child of a minotaur and a mermaid, the genealogy just works out to where you just come out like a dude. Like, it's just you're half mermaid, half minotaur, but you look human because you just got top half human, bottom half human. But honestly, what a good deception for like an adventurer, right? Or like for someone with powers, because like you would still have you would have like the strength of a minotaur, the like aquatic abilities of a mermaid, but look like neither of them, which honestly in and of itself is like a pretty interesting concept. But yeah, I mean, shit like that gets it's whatever game you're playing, whatever your DM allows or whatever. I think like if a tiefling and an Azamar tried to have a child, that would be super interesting. But and that's I'm sure there's been books and discussions and all this sort of shit about all this sort of stuff. It may also just be that like you could pose the question of like, oh well, what results from a gnome and a halfling conceiving, and it may just also be that like just because you're a humanoid species and you have the physical capability of, we'll be adults, sex, doesn't necessarily mean that you're compatible for producing offspring, right? So it could just be it's like, well, no, there aren't any half gnome, halflings because gnomes and halflings can't have children with each other. Or horse-headed minotaur and a centaur, and you are a horse. Top half horse, back half horse. A centaur. Top half horse, bottom half horse. That is not something I ever thought about. That'd be really fucking funny. Or like, yeah, like you get into that with let's say you had a, hey, demigods are a super powerful thing in almost every polytheistic religion. Honestly, some monotheistic religions of, the tale as old as time of a god and a mortal having a relationship and then spawning, offspring, right? Demigods. Thinking of a centaur, some sort of centaur having a child with like one of the Egyptian deities, that are depicted as like humanoid bodies, animal head, and then again just their offspring just kind of looking like an animal. Make the character a rogue, no one will believe the witnesses. So the fourth character concept that I come up with for this game, and the one that I did end up going with, is a rogue. So I'll show the species that I went with. The race is called a Herongon. They're rabbit people. Oh, you guys can't see this. They're little rabbit dudes. That's pretty much it. Like, they're just kind of like, upward standing humanoid, but otherwise, like, they're just rabbits, right? Because, oh man, I forgot where I saw this from. I was watching something. So the spark of the character concept was not original. I saw this in something. I heard a quote from somewhere, and I ran with that into a D&D character. And basically speaking, like, I took the stereotype of, rabbits fuck. Rabbits fuck and they populate, right? Like, that's like the haha stereotype is like, you'll see 2 rabbits go into a hole and then 5 minutes later, like 10 rabbits come out, right? Rabbits have big litters. And so I thought of that translating to a Herongon family, and someone essentially saying, yeah, my family tree looks more like a family forest because of how many relatives they have, right? And I thought of that. I had that thought, and then I was like, okay, a person born into that sort of family, I would imagine, would have a very hard time sticking out amongst all of their relatives, be that both sibling, like all their brothers and sisters, all of their cousins, all of their aunts and uncles, all their second cousins and third and fourth, and however, enormous this rabbit family gets, right? So it's a Herongon rogue who I knew was who I knew was going to be a thief. And so I was like, okay, how do you get from large family to thief? And so my character's goal is to become a world famous thief. And all of that stems from their childhood of, you can be the best mom and dad in the world, and your culture could be used to having large families. But you just logistically can't be a great parent to all of your children if you have like 10 to 12 of them, right? So my character was kind of, shy and liked their solitude when they were a kid. They didn't really seem to like crave a lot of that attention, so they didn't get a lot of it. But then because of that, like when my character as a child would misbehave, especially when stealing things, which they just like to do, even though it was negative and they were getting in trouble, they kind of, not even like a conscious realization, but just like a subconscious understanding over time of, the only way I ever get attention from mom and dad is when I'm getting in trouble for stealing things. So interpolate that into an adult, you know, that's how like the dream, you know, kind of got planted and everything, is they want to be the world's greatest thief to be a standout member from their family, because that's really hard to do when there's like 300 people in your immediate family. So that's kind of where that came from. So I'm playing a Harengon rogue who's going to be a thief, who wants to be a... And so here's the comedy with this character, right? Like here's kind of the joke and like what makes it fun is they want to be, you know, world's greatest thief, you know, which the stereotype of that is, you know, the cloak in the shadow, you know, the scary deep voice, the guy that's in the tavern, you know, flipping daggers and sitting in the shadows, and you know, like the real you know, edgelord badass, you know, one with the shadows sort of person, right? They are a cute 3-foot-tall white bunny. So no one like takes them seriously for like the edgelord they want to be, because they're just so cute and adorable. So they speak when like out in public and everything. I kind of use one of these voices for when I play them. Unfortunately for them, their actual voice sounds a little more like this. I made her like a real Southern belle, you know, just like, oh, bless your heart, you know, you know, and she goes by, she wants to be known as, oh, hold on, is this gonna work? It didn't. They want to be, hold on, let's do this right. They want to be known as the White Rabbit. Their actual name is Clover Willowfoot. I just gave them the most adorable, stereotypical Harengon-sounding name, and they fucking hate it, because they want to be this cold, murderous, you know, shadow-stalking, world-renowned thief rogue, you know, like hard-cut rogue. They're a cute little white rabbit lady with a southern accent named Clover Willowfoot. So that's who I'm playing. And I usually I'll with my characters, I kind of know, I never set anything in stone, because you never know what's going to happen during a campaign. You never know what sort of changes your character is going to go through or anything like that. But I tend to have an idea of like where I want my character to eventually end up, or like the type of stuff I want them to go through, the journey I want them to have. I'll have like you know, beginning, middle, and end of like, I have their backstory. I know how they got to where they're at when we start the campaign, and by the end, I would like for them to have reached this sort of goal, or for them to have become what, you know, this thing by the time the game's over. Or at least like on their way to it, and then my epilogue can be like, yeah, they went ahead and did that or didn't. This time I really didn't. Like I have that set up to where they are out adventuring, and their goal, my character's goal, is to become a world-renowned thief. I, as the player, couldn't give a shit one way or the other whether that actually happens for them or not. If the journey ends up going to where they do obtain that goal, and whoever they are as a person by then, cool. If they become a world-renowned thief, excellent. If the irony of their story is that none of that happens for them, I'm also perfectly happy with that. If it's just, if fate, whether roll of the die or determination of the game or whatever, we're playing an established adventure. We're playing one of the modules, so like who knows where the story of the game itself goes, just because of the book that we're like the adventure that we're playing. I don't even know if the adventure will give space for a master thief, or someone who's trying to become like a master thief. So maybe it all blows up in their face. Maybe I completely change his character. Maybe after 6 levels or whatever, something in game happens and I'm like, hey, they're no longer a rogue. I worked with the DM and now they're a warlock, or who fucking knows what may happen. We're playing Storm King's Thunder, so there's going to be a lot of giant stuff. Not as in just big things, like literal giants, like they're, fire giants, hill giants, storm giants. Like it's all like giant based. So who knows? Maybe it'll, maybe that'll happen for the old white rabbit. Maybe maybe they will become that. Maybe they'll, something will happen and they kind of turn around on their whole opinion of their family and their name and all that, and instead of trying to change who they are because they hate who they are, maybe something happens and they come to accept who they are and are okay with their name and are okay with their family and et cetera, et cetera. Who knows? That's what I love about tabletop games so much, is that you never fucking know what may happen. So many different things can happen. So that's who I'm playing. I'm playing a Harengon rogue with the criminal background, who, once I hit level 3, because we start at level 1, once we hit level 3, I plan on taking the thief subclass, named Clover Willowfoot, aka the White Rabbit. Yeah, this game in particular has also been very fun because of the group. I love the group. I love the group of people. I love the party. And the interesting thing about this one is that we have one person in the group who, and the main, I guess, reason for the campaign, for this game even existing, is one of the players, it's their first time playing. First time really playing. They said they tried, very similar to you, Dubs, actually. They had the inkling for it, so they tried to get a group going before, but it just kind of crumbled and fell apart. And so Ezekiel, Dart, was like, well, I've got the free time, and I've got, a bunch of players who I know and I trust and who do well teaching new players. Let's try and get a game going for that you can join in. I think I don't actually know if that was the purpose or not, but we have a brand new player in the group and it's a lot of fun. What if they end up in a cave in England that one day gets harassed by King Arthur and the Knights? having my character eventually having my character end up being this motherfucker would be so fucking funny. Like something happens at some point and they fucking snap and like I start taking levels in like barbarian or something and just this is the rage. This is what happens whenever she rages. That's really funny. I'll show you. Actually, let me just pull up the picture. I was just gonna go to Hero Forge, but I use my Facebook to log into that, so I don't necessarily want that up on stream. SKT, there we go. This is her. This is the little, again, we're starting at level 1, so, no big, like, fancy armor or magic weapons or anything like that. They're a tiny white rabbit with red eyes and 2 big ears that stick out from their, like, the ears sticking out is very intentional. I didn't, on Hero Forge, like, you can cover up, like, ears and stuff like that with, like, hoods or whatever. You can toggle it on and off whether you want them to poke through or not. I absolutely put it on because like she's like trying to like hide the fact of like what she is and be a big mystery and all dark and brooding and blah blah blah, but it's just this cute 2.5 to 3 foot tall white rabbit lady who tries to hide her voice. Good, I have a new character idea now. I want to play this now without telling the DM and see how long it takes for them to find out. Yeah, play a Harangon Barbarian. That's a white rabbit that always seems to have, like some sort of like blood, like coating their face or whatever. Just like extra like sharp teeth, like whenever they rage or something like that. That'd be really funny. But yeah, thank you. So yeah, like first level rogue, so it's just leather armor or whatever, and it's like all black with a black cloak, and they have a rapier, and a bow, for now. So yeah, so that's the white rabbit. It's Clover. So that's who I'm playing right now. That's the one that I ended up deciding to play for that game. But like I said, like I've got the other ones. I've got them like fully built as level 1 characters, so hey, if something ever happens and I need a backup character, I'm good. I've got plenty of backups. Yeah. So I will say the other part of the game that Mana and I play with each other, the fun part about that is the characters we're playing are our self-insert D&D characters. As with tabletop games, and I think even like any sort of improv acting, anything you do like that, where you are playing a character, some of that is you, right? Like every character you play is in some way going to be partly you, because you're the one that's playing it. They are still coming from your brain. So anything other than whatever your like instincts are is going to have to go through a level of like filtering of like, okay, this was my emotion, this was my reaction. Wait a minute, how would they react? Would they react the same way or not? Right? So, so one, it's freeing to honestly not have that and just play a character that's essentially as we are playing us if we were in like the D&D world. Now, I don't mean literally like me the person and Mana if like we were taken to D&D, the D&D world, what would happen. Like, we're not playing ourselves in Dungeons and Dragons. What we are doing is the character, if like, general concept, right? If you were to exist in the Dungeons and Dragons world, what would you be, right? Like, if what is your choice for, like, your species, your class, and then, like, what would you do with that, right? Druid. I've with how much I love animals, people have told me that, like, Druid would probably fit better with me, but it's I love animals, and I love nature. I actually want to be in it more. I've talked with Mana that, like, I want to start doing, like, hikes and stuff like that. Once like the weather around here gets better. As physical activity, but also, like, I want to be out in nature a little more, because I spend all of every day in front of some sort of, sitting in front of some sort of screen. So, like, I want to get out there a little more. But it's too much of, like, a dedication for me to be like, I want to be outside surrounded by animals and doing this shit, like, all of the time. It's like, it's not that much. In what my choice actually is, I have other ways of doing those sorts of things, but not having it be, like, the core thing that I do. So, for example, the character I'm playing is, surprise, surprise, Sirius Brightstar. And they are a changeling wizard, because wizard is my favorite class. If I was an entity in Dungeons and Dragons, I would like to be a wizard, because that version of me does not have the ADHD and the other brain issues that prevent me from doing the things that, like, again, it's like, my dream would be to be a wizard in Dungeons and Dragons. If I was plopped in that world, that would very likely not happen, because of things that I just see in the real world, which is because of things like my ADHD. As much as I loved to do it as a kid, and I reading is a very difficult task for me. I actually kind of, like, the more I'm on my Adderall, like, I that's going to be the real test for me to see if the medication's working as I want it to. If I'm able to sit down and read. Because as I get older, I've continued to lose the ability to just fucking sit and read and comprehend, because I can't keep my focus on it. And that has made me very sad, because I love reading, but I just haven't been able to. So, idealized version of me would be a changeling wizard. And I chose changeling because I don't think this aspect of me would change, because it's not really like it's not really like a mental illness or disorder sort of thing. It's just kind of me. Whenever you have these sorts of things, it's really hard to parse out between what's the mental illness or mental disorder versus what is me. Like, if all of that was just magically or medically taken away, what would remain? But changeling to me, I almost went Eladrin, but changeling to me is perfect, because I can't make up my mind, and my interests and not opinions in terms of, like, political and religious and that sort of things, but, like, my general feelings and opinions on things change a lot, can change on a dime, and usually do so every like 3 to 4 months. So when I was coming up with this character and everything, I kept, I'm like, well, like tieflings are cool, but like, do I want to stick with a tiefling? Or it's like, I overall overwhelmingly love elves. And so it's like I would for sure like be an elf, but then what type of elf, especially because like the grand scheme of D&D has like 50 plus different types of elf. Like there's a type of elf for like everything, right? And so I was like, oh well, maybe elf. Well, no, if I can't decide and I like change, but I like elves, I'll go Eladrin because they can, like at the beginning of every day, like at the end of a long rest, they can change their season between the 4. So like you could be a winter, spring, summer, or fall Eladrin, and like your personality and your appearance shifts depending on like what season you're in. But then I was like, well, it's only 4 options, and you can only do so after a long rest. My mind changes real quick. So I was like, okay, I'll go Changeling. That way, I can look like whatever the fuck I want to. Because mechanically speaking, essentially, just, like Changelings can cast Disguise Self at will. But like, so it's like, well, if I could just look, I don't have to be an elf. I don't have to be a tiefling or a dragonborn or whatever. I'm fine just looking like one, because most of what it is for the appearances, not like whatever fun like mechanics they can do. It's just how I look. And so I was like, well, I'll go Changeling. Then I can look however I want. I'm torn between a druid from a cold place or the character I currently also want to play. In that case, I would still be a druid, but a lizard folk from one of the deep swamps who has no real concept of normal society. Hear, hear. One of the on 2 different occasions now, I've played a game where someone has played a lizard folk, and I love it. Both of them have done a good job of playing a lizard folk, so that helps, obviously, but I fucking love that their whole thing is just, they are practical. Like, a lot of the stuff they do, other races and like society see as abhorrent and terrible, but like to them is like, no, why, like the coolest thing that like lizard folk like the fact that lizard folk don't bury their dead, they consume them. Like they are cannibalistic because they consume, their friends, family, loved ones, and tribe mates like after they pass, because that's a lot of meat. You don't want to let all that meat go to waste. I love that. I love how just so far removed from society they are, because then it's so much fun to bring them into an adventuring party where more often than not, yeah, a lot of your time is stereotypically going to be out in the wilderness or in dungeons or temples or in, like extreme environments somewhere. But you still got to go to town. You still got to get your supplies. You have to meet with, the king, or you have to meet with the you have to go to the magic item shop, and that's not going to be out in the middle of the mountains or in the middle of a swamp. It's going to be in a city. And to see them finally, like, seeing someone playing a lizard folk like in society, or again just with the party, which have vastly different views, is so much fun. One of the members of that party, of Rhymecatcher's party, was a lizard folk, and I was running a Descent into Avernus game some years ago, and one of my favorite characters in that game, he was a lizard folk paladin named Brightshield. God, I loved him. and the guy who played him has been a like a lifelong friend of mine. So I had no doubts he was going to do a phenomenal job at it, and boy did he! Because like, what do you do with a lizard folk paladin? Um, and what he did was he while a lot of people misconstrue paladins as needing to serve a god, they don't. Paladins serve a purpose. They are driven by their conviction for whatever that can be a god, but it doesn't like have to be in service of a god. Because I mean, like, one of the subclasses for them is Oath of the Crown, and that's not, you're not getting your powers from a divine being that you worship. Those, like, Oath of the Crown paladins are getting their power from the conviction of, I am here to serve my regent, my king, my queen, and my stalwart resolution to serve and protect them is what gives me my power. Like, that's a paladin. It doesn't have to be like a fighter cleric, right? That being said, Brightshield he did follow, again, I don't remember the specific name, but he found like a lizard folk god to follow, but upheld those gods' convictions, which did like help like in our adventure and everything, and staved off some of the more maybe illegal things that lizard folk do. But then again, the first 5 levels of that campaign are in Baldur's Gate, and then you go to hell for the rest of the adventure. So like, there's a lot of shit lizard folk do that the devils of hell would not even glance at. They would not blink twice about it. So, but unfortunately that game ended like really early. There's stuff about that campaign, like the actual campaign, like a Descent to Avernus, that I would do very differently if I were to ever run that game again. But yeah, I love lizard folk. But yeah, so changeling wizard for me, with a slight dip into warlock, for some fun stuff. I also was thinking, they would be... Okay, that's color. They would be brownish with maybe a bit of green, wearing rugged clothes with moss and grass and stuff. So normal... so in normal water, they might look like driftwood, and in the swamp basically disappear. Try to pay with bone coins and stuff like that. Yeah. What were we... Mana and I just got to a particular place, like a location, in our one-on-one, that is isolated from the rest of existence. Basically, it's a location that is super secretive from the rest of the multiverse. So it does not have trade or commerce with, like, the outside world. It's only this one race of people and this one, I recently found out, 2 gods, like, on this world, and that's it, right? So as we've been spending time there, like, Sirius said something, like, started to say something about paying for something, and then stopped and was like, actually, you guys probably don't have commerce here, do you? Like, everything here is provided for you, whether from the land or from your god. And if you're all one people here, there's no reason to, like, trade in between each other. Like, do you guys understand what money is? And, there was much more to it. So like, the person he was talking to was like, yeah, we know what we know what money is. We have, like, we have an economy here. But I always love thinking of economy in like in completely different environments, because again, like, you could go a whole campaign, an adventuring party can go the whole time where their wealth is based on the gold you have, like the coins you earn and things like that. But what if you went to a place and you tried to use that stuff, or you tried to buy something with your money, and they were like, I don't know what that is. I don't have any interest in that. I don't care. What does a metal coin do for me? I don't give a shit. Oh, you have a bunch of bones? I'll take bones. I'll take the. Do you have bones? do you have, do you have bones? Do you have bones? I'll take bones. So like I love that sort of stuff too, of where like of being so rich in one place, but then going somewhere else, and like that wealth does not translate whatsoever, to where like if the only type of power you wield is your wealth, and then suddenly going somewhere to where all of that power and status and wealth mean fucking nothing, I like that. I like seeing characters have to like deal with that sort of like dilemma too. Well, yes, I have bones, but I would like to keep them. Do you have any free? Do you have any outside bones? Those are just teeth. Do you have any free bones? Do you have any dry bones? Do you have any non-wet bones? Your bones are always wet. Is that something you've ever thought of? Like, your bones have never been dry. All of your bones are always wet. The only bones that are outside are your teeth, and they're always wet too because they're in your mouth. You could dry a tooth, I suppose. Like obviously bones can become dry, but like status quo, bones are wet. So, switching gears a little bit, because I've been yapping for almost 2 hours. We've talked about it before on stream, because I've done things related to it. But just to have a refresher, and to bring it up again, and as my segue. How much do you know or care about Final Fantasy? Oh, we got a bones thing. I would have made the bone coins being crafted from bones found from ancient beasts from deep within the swamp, so you could just dive and get a bone or two and make them yourself, but it still needs the effort for them, right? Yeah, like I think it's still like a great idea to like not literally just like little like bones, but like a commerce and economy, with minted coins or objects that just happen to be made out of bone. And then yeah, like you can have the different values of those coins either just be based on whatever is like minted on them, or like the rarer a bone is, it has more value, right? So like any bone made from like animal bone is probably going to be your copper pieces. Like large beasts are probably going to be more the silver coins. Humanoid bones are going to be gold. And then, like platinum or up, like equivalency is going to be like horrifying monster bone. Like dragon bones are going to be like the equivalent. Like coins made from like dragon bones are going to be like the equivalent of like platinum coins and stuff, right? I really, really like that idea. Bones could be different colors for sure. Okay. I can look at this a few ways. Are they Rumple-dumpies? Or are they rumpled umpies? I don't like the second one, but it is an option. My umpies could be rumpled. It's option 1 though. It's rumpled dumpies though. Okay. My dumpies have been rumpled. Rumpled dumpies. What's a Sorry, I disassociated on the word rumple. Oh, you know what's an alcohol that I've never had, because when the fuck does it ever come up? But it came up in a cocktail recipe I saw 20 years ago, and I was like, "Oh, I'll have to get some of that so I can make it." And then I'm like, "Well, I've only found the one recipe that calls for it. I don't feel like paying $20 for like a whole, like a fifth, like a whole bottle of something. If I'm going to use it for one cocktail, and I'm not even sure how this stuff tastes, so that I don't even know if I'm going to like it or not." Rumple Minze. What the fuck even is it? What does it taste like? What does it do? I've never had it before, but there was like a single cocktail that I wanted to try like 15 to 20 years ago. And never had it. I have no idea what it is or what it tastes like. I mean, that your bones could be red, for example, and mine would be black. Sure. I'm sure. I mean, yeah, and I mean, there's obviously like easy ways to like dye that sort of stuff too. Doesn't necessarily have to be a naturally occurring color. Although, because I imagine most bones are probably similar in color as long as they're calcium based. Getting coins made from the bones from creatures whose bones are different / strange colors would obviously add to the value of them as well. My bones are green and spongy. Go to the hospital. See a doctor about that. I don't usually press that on people because I understand everybody has vastly different situations when it comes to medical care and needs and the ability to take care of those sorts of things without financial ruin, given that we're in the United States and I know that you are too. If your bones are green and spongy, go see a doctor and worry about the other stuff later. Because knowing that indicates something terrible has happened. Either that you can feel it in your body, although I don't know how you'd know the color, but that already seems terrible enough. Option 2, you know your bones are green and spongy because your teeth have become green and spongy. In which case, I would probably say, 1, you really need to update whatever it is you're doing about your dental health and regimen. Maybe see an orthodontist first. See if it's just your teeth. Maybe it'll end up being something that affects the rest of your bones. And, you have to go in and, it's a larger issue, but, yeah, that's, wow, man, yeah, figure that one out. I have a physical scheduled on Thursday, and I'm pretty sure it's the first time I've been to the doctor since 2017. Option 3, I have a bone leak. That's true. If they're spongy, that means some part about it is getting liquid is becoming a little more porous, so yeah. It's more being spongy that is concerning. Yeah. So bones shouldn't be spongy. Bones shouldn't be spongy. They should be rigid or hollow, but never spongy. Because then what's the point? They're not offering any sort of support structure there. Also, yeah, I'm with you on the doctor. Like, these last 2 weeks, I've seen a dentist more than I have in the last 15 plus years. Because I haven't been to the dentist in 15 plus years. Sacks. About crunchy? Bones shouldn't be again. Bones should be wet and rigid. Bones should be wet or rigid and occasionally hollow. They should not be spongy. They should not be crunchy. I was gonna use another word, but I'm gonna make sure, because maybe bones should be. I was gonna say they shouldn't be, but no, bones shouldn't be. Bones shouldn't be spongy. They shouldn't be crunchy. They should not be turgid. Bones should be wet and stiff. Wet, stiff, and supportive. Which is honestly my sex life. What's up, hon?
I was just having Nova come in to see.
Oh, okay. Hi, baby. Hi, Papa. Hi. Oh, you wet.
See, I've been outside. I've been sunbathing. She's been sunbathing.
You guys want to see Noah?
Hi, chat.
She hates being picked up. As you could tell by her nervousness. Although that's not different. She's always nervous. I was gonna say,
she's just a ball of anxiety. We do our best to keep it as chill as possible.
Alright, I'll sit you down. I know you need it. There you go.
But yeah, I was gonna let her come in and chill with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mostly been with me.
Okay. Who even cares what we were talking about? I was gonna ask, but who cares? It was bones, but I think we're done with the bones. I think the bone train has choo-chooed out of the fucking station. Don't I have a train emote for something? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so honestly, well, now I don't know what to fucking call you because if I call you Quotons, it's just confusing because you're not on that account right now. And I don't remember what you went with when you were streaming with this account. So I don't know what to do here. But, buddy. Hey, man. Who cares? Fair enough. More of just, again, like, some people don't want their, just, like, privacy and everything. I didn't want to, like, just throw out, like, your real name or anything while just fucking talking, although who knows the amount of times I've slipped up on this stream in the past and said it anyways, but yeah, I have no idea if you're going to be interested in what I'm about to get into, because that just before the Bones conversation, I was going to segue into the game that I'm going to be playing, but I don't think you're going to be too interested in it. Because the question I posed was, that I thought was just going to be for dubs was, hey, hi. Hello. Because I know this answer for you, but what do you know / how much do you like Final Fantasy? I will say, as a bit of a fucking thing. So I'm gonna be playing a Final Fantasy game, but it's not one of the main games. We're not gonna be playing like like a turn-based RPG. We're not playing like Final Fantasy 7 or 8 or 10 or anything like that, right? You don't know. Neat. Then fuck. The only thing I like about Final Fantasy is chocobos, which I mean, yeah. Oh, what about Moogles though? Moogles are cute. Hold on. You're telling me? Well, first of all, I'll give Dubs the baseline of like, yeah, man, chocobos are fucking incredible. They're giant, rideable, adorable chicken chicken emus. Yeah, chocobos are fucking incredible. I love every single one of them. The chocobo theme, like the chocobo music, is one of the most pleasant things ever. These are Moogles. They're the little like white things with like the red pomp like hanging off their head, and I always fucking forget about the bat wings. I always forget that they're supposed to have like little wings. Which is crazy because they fly. In every iteration I've seen them flying, and I've never acknowledged the fact that they have like little bat wings. But yeah, chocobos and Moogles, the most adorable thing that's two most adorable things that's ever come out of Final Fantasy. Okay, cool. So my audience today is someone who doesn't dislike, but is just not a fan of Final Fantasy, and someone who doesn't know anything about it, which is great because I'm about to play a game that they made for the anniversary of Final Fantasy, which is nothing but references to Final Fantasy. So I think I've got the best audience I can for this game. I think it was annoying like Palcos. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Moogles make this really specific noise, like whenever you like start talking to them, and they also say a particular word in their dialogue all the time. So it's like their design is cute. I think being around one would be one of the most infuriating things. Moogle dialogue? What am I doing here? They all of their dialogue stuff always ends or begins or whatever with this word Kupo. And I don't know if it means anything. I don't know if it's a Japanese thing. They make this cute little like squeaky noise, but then like when you hear one like actually fucking talk, like no, I'm not gonna go over any of this. It's fucking stupid. Okay, so here's the thing. The game we're gonna be playing today is one that I've been wanting to revisit for a while. It's one of my favorite games. But so the game we're playing is essentially the Smash Brothers version of Final Fantasy, where it's not a turn-based adventure game. It's a fighting game, a 3D arena fighting game. And the roster is all like is the main characters and the main villains from each of the Final Fantasy games. Back in a minute. Okay, dubs. So like so like all the characters are like there's the side of the heroes and the side of the villains, that are just the good and bad guys like from each Final Fantasy game up until when this was made. Even more specifically, the one I'll be playing is the sequel prequel to the first one, because it has more characters and a different story, and it's just it was updated to where like it's the version I like the most. Oh, shut the fuck up. What the fuck is this? I am on Streamlabs. I don't know if I have anything to do about that. Oh, yeah, yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I'm not worried about it. They're not going to be back. Just bots dropping messages and leaving. You're gonna fucking hate the name of this game too, because so the first game it's called Dissidia, which is Latin for fucking something. I think it's like conflict. We are playing the sequel. That's a prequel. Called Dissidia Duodecim, which is Latin for 12. Because it updated a lot of things. It just like the game is smoother, it's better, and it has a bigger roster of characters and like switch some things up. It's just the version of Dissidia that I like the most. So that's what I'm gonna be playing. To the audience that is not a Final Fantasy fan and the person who doesn't know anything about Final Fantasy. So a highlight prequel sounds like the best. Sounds like the best option, right? I don't know. So it has a kick-ass opening cinematic that, once again, unless you recognize any of the characters, is not going to like be as like hype or exciting. But I will say, I think even just on like a subjective level is still cool. But I guess you guys will let me know that. So okay, let's I've been chatting for like a little over 2 hours. Why don't we get to the game? There it is. That's probably really loud. Actually, hold on. I'm going to turn that back up too. But I'm going to lower... Hold on. Alright, is that volume level... Is that volume level good enough to where you guys can hear the game and me? But they're not competing too much? 3 times as like Jesus Christ. Okay. Is that any better? Can't hear it at all. Okay. We're adjusting. We're playing it. We're playing it out here. I've got it kind of in the middle now. It's about the mid-range. I mean the audio levels for the mic are definitely, well, I don't know, on average they... I'm gonna turn it down a bit. That should be okay. Nope. Nope.
Cosmos, the goddess of harmony.
Nope. Shut up.
Chaos, god of discord. Two divine.
If it turned down, it's good. Okay, cool. Mr. Walnut. Hello. Okay. Let's, God, 2011. Are you kidding me? So long ago, but it doesn't feel like it. Okay. We're gonna get into it. Hello, how's it going? It's going good. I mean, here we are, you know. You know? Alright, new game! New game, everybody! I'm also gonna... Oh, I need to enter a nickname. Ooh! Wait, is this... Okay. Oh, hold on. I don't know. No. We're not PPSSPP. I'll just do the usual. Not that it matters. Don't judge me. Who fucking... I forgot you gotta set all this shit up. No action. Just standard. Yep, all good. Yes, English. No. Cool. I have no idea. What's this game about? Oh, jeez. It is a...
Cosmos, the goddess of harmony.
You know what? I'll let the game explain.
Chaos, god of discord.
It's a Final Fantasy game.
Two divine powers locked in an endless struggle, each seeking to reign supreme. Long has the world played stage to their violent conflict. Now at peace.
There's my boy.
Now teetering on the verge of annihilation.
There's my favorite character.
But never for a moment.
The one that has the least
striking
amount
a
of character.
balance between the two. The scars of war run deep across the realm. And still,
I'm interested to see how like this sort of shit comes off to people who just who are not in like the Final Fantasy realm whatsoever. Just seeing like how this, what you think of this. Oh yeah, it has a flashback to the opening of the original game, which is much better. Honestly, you know what I should do? I'm gonna pause that for a second. I completely forgot this game doesn't have like its own opening, and just used clips from the first one. So we're gonna hold on. I'm gonna go to YouTube real quick and pull up the oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna go get the original opening cinematic and pause. Hold on. Are you guys hearing any clicking on the audio? I was hearing it a little bit, but I didn't know if that's my headphones or not. All right. Anyways, so here's. Well, let me get my dumb head out of the way. Okay, that's not how that. All right. I'm just gonna go over here. I'm just gonna be this little guy down in the corner here, okay? So here's the better version. Here's the opening from the original game. The actually cool one.
The goddess of harmony. Chaos, the god of discord.
You getting it? There's gonna be a test.
Realms, the two gods had gathered warriors from all lands to lead them in savage war.
Cool.
Cosmos and chaos were of equal strength. It was believed the conflict would last forever.
But then the rest of the game happened. Once again, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, this image is fucking incredible. If you have zero idea about anything Final Fantasy, none of this means a goddamn. Just know this is the Smash Brothers of Final Fantasy, right? It's an alternate universe where all of your main characters come together to fight and to have those conversations. You always, the fan fictions always said they would, and now here's all the bad guys, right? So, like, this shit was so fucking hype. This is so fucking cool. Also, why the quality? Hold on. At least get some 1080p on here. So once again, this is the opening cinematic for the first game. The original Dissidia. We will be playing the second game, which is a prequel, called Dissidia Duodecim, which is Latin for 12. Which, of course, has a, like an in-universe reason and explanation. But also, like, who cares? It just sounds cool because it's Latin and it's Final Fantasy. All from fanfiction. Can you show that on Twitch? Honestly, probably not. I'm playing the censored version of the game. This character, like the guy with the sword and shield and the blue and gold armor, has been the inspiration for. I have made him in so many fucking games. He was a LARP character I played. He was the second D&D character I ever played. I have made this dude in so many fucking games. He's my favorite guy. Ah, this shit is so fucking cool to me. I know how nerdy it makes me to, like, this is cool, right? Like, this is just so, like, again, like, I'm trying to get, like, a subjective like opinion on this of, like, maybe that's not the right word. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to get the opinions of people who this does not affect. You don't know any of these people. Maybe you know a couple just because of, like, how, popular, like, how big Final Fantasy is. Like, you may recognize, a small handful or one or two. But, like, unless you're a Final Fantasy fan, you're not going to know who many of these people are. You're not going to give a shit about what's happening. You don't know what's happening. But, like, just as a cinematic, this is cool, right? Like, is it just me? Or is this objectively cool? Also, keeping in mind, this came out for the PSP in 2008. You can do that move in the game. That guy's a tree. The guy in the armor, not the little kid with the tail. I'm sure for most people, favorite characters are, you know, Cloud, Squall, Sephiroth, you know. But, like, I don't know. This shit's cool, right? All right. So there's that, right? Let's get back to the game. So that was the original like Dissidia like opening, right? Here's what Duodecim did, which was throw in some new stuff, but mostly just using clips from the first one. You know, where like if a new character was introduced, they throw it in like you know, or expand on things, because like in this one, some characters that were on the villain side in the first game are on the hero side, and also vice versa. There's some heroes that are on the villain side. She got them grippers out for free. So this came out in 2011, and they have characters up to 14, actually. Final Fantasy 14. And so in what, in 14 years, we've only had 2 more mainline Final Fantasy games, 15 and 16. Wow, they would only add like 2 to 4 new characters if they made a new Dissidia. That's fucking crazy. Oh yeah, I guess it's happening. Yes. But you know what? It's been a very long time since I've played, and a lot of people here are new. So, you know what? This is my first time. Let's go back to the basics a little bit. God, I love that noise. Let's play some DDFF, guys. Yeah, so how this game, it's not just like bashing on each other until your HP's gone. You have bravery and HP attacks. Bravery is this little number above that you build up as you steal it from your opponent doing bravery attacks, and then when you do an HP attack, it deals an amount of damage equal to the bravery you have, but then your bravery gets reset back and you have to start up all over again. So that's how you do it.
Some things in life you just do.
And this is it. This is it. Oh god, it feels good to be back here, honestly. Press R while holding L. This is not configured for this controller. Uh-oh. Okay, we're learning. We're learning. Okay, and then, you know, like, from there, obviously, each individual character has different things they can do. So because Lightning's from 13, and that was all about shifting your paradigms, that's what I'm doing here. Well. Alright. I don't know what else it wants me to do. There it is. And there was a bravery break. So if you do a bravery attack and steal enough of their bravery to get it to 0, then their bravery breaks, and it takes it takes an amount of time for you to build back up to where your base bravery was. While you're broken, your bravery attacks won't do any damage. Like that one. See, it hit for 0. But resetting it, oh, now it's back to 95, so if I do that again, you'll see it deals 95 damage. And that's how the game works. And see, so that was an HP attack, and you saw, like, okay, I gained some bravery for that. I'm up to 223. So now if I did that, it'll deal 223. That's how the game works. And the bravery numbers will turn into that kind of like indigo silver. When the bravery number looks like that, it means your next HP attack is enough to kill them. I missed. There we go. That's how the game works. That should be an option too, where you can end or skip tutorial parts that you remember. That would be pretty nice. I wish more games were like, hey, we're to this step now. Do you want to skip this? Oh, fuck. How could I forget about EX shit? So, you know, the game's explaining this, but, like, you'll find these little, like, winged bells around the area, as well as just kind of collect these little orbs, like, throughout the field that fill up your EX gauge. And then you can transform into your EX mode. And while you're doing that, if you use an HP attack, a prompt will come up on the screen for you to hit square. If you do that, you use your, I don't know what it's called, your EX burst, which is basically this big old cinematic attack that, like, it deals damage, you know, equal to your bravery, but like it's an HP attack, but it's Final Fantasy, so it's all big and cinematic and anime as shit.
Some things in life you just do.
So, boop. And you see it filled up the EX gauge a bit. Oh, I can kill them already. But they're wanting me to... Oh, that's not it. Fuck. Well, I honestly didn't mean to win. I was trying to build up the EX gauge to show you guys, but I hit the wrong button. I was trying to... You see all these, like the turquoise, like, streams of light? You can, like, skate across those. I thought I had to hit triangle to do it, but triangle does the HP attack, so... Yeah, you circle to steal bravery, square to use bravery to deal the damage. That's essentially it. Like all fighting games, it has, you know, little things here or there, but overall...
Some things in life you just do. Dodge this.
Alright, then... switch to Ravager.
Fire.
Switch to Medic. I can heal myself. But yeah, you can also, like, if you... Can I just jump on them? Oh, it's square. Okay. Yeah, so, like, you could, like, zoom across the battlefield in these and, like, change your direction. Hop off that. Get on, like, one of these fucking other ones. Like, you know, your moves change sometimes depending on if you're, like, in the air or on the ground or directional buttons. You know, I'm just kind of messing around, getting used to things again. Kind of trying to... There we go. Nope, 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 nope. Trying to get to... wherever the fuck the EX thing appeared. I also forgot how to... disable the fucking... God damn it, I didn't mean to do that shit. Whatever, that's how you win. That's how you play, that's how you win. I forgot how to take off... how to turn the lock off so I could look around for the EX thing, but I promise we'll get to it. I promise I will show you. I don't want to play RPG mode. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll just, I mean, there's, you know, like, free practice and everything, so I can, yeah, but, quick one-on-one. Oh, right, I start over, so I have to unlock everything. Okay, who do I... Of course I'm playing the Warrior of Light. Yes. I'll fight. Who do I want to beat the shit out of? Who cares? Yeah, I'll beat the shit out of the Onion Knight for sure. Don't care about the stage. Strength. Yeah, minimal. Actually, I'll leave that shit to auto. Okay. Oh yeah, and there's like places off the... So there is no ring out. You can't be knocked out of the stage. Like, there are invisible walls that stop you, but there are like environmental hazards, and if you fall in them, like, it'll like drain your bravery to like save you from out of it. And hey, this is a Final Fantasy game. It's an RPG. You have stats, you have levels, you have equipment, and it all matters.
Prepare yourself.
Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this shit. Nope. Was it R1? I'm trying to remember just the basic controls for this game. Uh-huh. Okay. I keep forgetting the... No. Okay, square. Squares for mobility stuff. So does that mean... Oh yeah, you can do this shit too. Isn't that awesome? This shit is just cool. Like, I love this game. Oh, I fucking saw... There we go. You can aerial dash in this game, and I just can't remember how to do it. Oh, I also forget I'm level 1, so I actually don't have all of my... I don't have all of the abilities and, like, moves that you can do with these characters, because you get them as you level up, which is why I'm not doing certain things. It's going to seem very samey for a while. Okay, you need to stop that and do a fucking H... Oh, right, because I'm hitting the wrong button. You want to come up here, buddy? You want to come up here? There you go. Hopefully this is also, like, entertaining for you guys, because, like, I may be having a ton of fun. If you don't find this entertaining, then, like, I guess that just kind of fucking sucks. Alright, cores in play. There it is! Alright, here we go. So, I will change it. Nope, nope, nope. Uh-oh. Why is it not working? Hold on a second. I actually need to look at the control mapping for this. Okay, so what are they saying is R? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me... Oh, wait a minute. Is it saying... Okay. Alright, so now I'm a knight. I'm in EX mode, and then this shit'll happen. Shit. I messed up. Oh, maybe it'll still... Hold on. God damn it. Hit him! Come on, man. This doesn't... Oh, fuck! I didn't get to do it! God damn it! Okay, whatever. I'm just killing you. Okay, so I need to remap.
I am making solid progress.
Good job, buddy. Control mapping. Hold on. I apparently need to do this. Okay. And I know start and select are good. And then L is that, and R is that. Okay, so that, we should be good. Yeah. I gotta... This is just on a... I mean, I'm playing this legit, but I do wonder if there's a save file I can download that has everything unlocked. Because I don't want to go through, like, the customization here, so, like... Yes, I know how the customization works. So see, like, there's all this shit, but I don't have the other stuff yet. Because you need to unlock it. Hold on, how do I dash, actually? Okay, R and triangle. So you see, it's like it's a full-on Final Fantasy game, just not the combat of it. And it does have a story mode and everything, but it's just like, you know, we've got accessories. You get various summons. You don't actually summon them. They just they give you certain like bonuses or like boosts or stuff during the game. But oh, and you can choose. I forgot this game had assists. Oh, can I just... Oh, no, you can only set it lower, not higher. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, you need to, like, level up your dude or whatever. And I don't know if these... I don't know if quick battles give you XP on characters or not. Like, I don't know if just doing this a bunch is going to level me up or not. Honestly, give me a quick second here. I want to see if I can find like a save file that just has everything, because I don't want to... I'm just playing this for fun today. I don't want to, like... I'll save me legitimately, like, playing the game to, like, do the levels and the equipment and all that sort of stuff just for my free time, but, like, just for stream. Like, I just want to show the game off to you guys and have fun. Is there an unlock everything cheat? Actually, hold on. Does the program I'm using have cheats?
Sean,
Ah! Yeah, what's up?
hi, honey.
What's going on? How's it going? Yeah, what's up? What's going on?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. How you doing?
Sorry, chat, for raping your ears. I was gonna ask you if you could come here for just a moment.
Yeah. All right, I'll hold on. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, let me get the... Hold on a second.
Were you comfy, baby? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hop on again. Have you been spending time with daddy? Yes, you have.
All right, be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm just kind of letting y'all know what I'm doing here. I'm sitting here and I'm learning how to use cheats with PPSSPP. So give me a minute.
Honey Bunches of Oats presents Team.
think I figured it out. I think I have figured it out. But there's only one way to tell, and that's trying it. So... So let's... Now from yeah, you remember memory sticks and memory cards and shit? Okay, so from the game, I need to figure out how to... bring up a menu... there's probably going to be a little stuttering there. Okay. In the pause menu of the game or by holding the game icon. Okay, that's not working. Okay, your button mapped to pause. Use whichever key or button is mapped to pause in settings, controls, control mapping. And remember, you can remap anything to your liking or toolbar. Oh, that pause. Okay. I'm not dumb. People on the internet weren't clarifying. They kept saying to hit the pause button. And I was like, I'm hitting the pause button. Maybe I'm just old. To me, the pause button is the start button, is the whatever the fuck the DualSense wants to call it. You know, it's the pause button. It meant the pause button in the in my program here. Do you stream daily? No, actually, you're catching me on my first stream in like a year. I am streaming today because this is the third anniversary of when I started streaming. But yeah, I haven't streamed in like a year. I don't know if I'm going to keep streaming. I did today because it was special and I felt like it. And I am on new ADHD medication, which actually honestly seems to be helping. But, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll get back into it. But even if I do, I definitely I streamed like 3 days a week for like maybe an hour or two at a time. I have no idea. Thank you for asking, and I'm glad you definitely seemed interested in everything. But yeah, to be completely honest, I don't fucking know. Okay, so that's enabled. So then we get out of this. Let's see if it worked. Nope. Did I miss an activation button? So I did the player brand hold on, maybe I do it here? Maybe we do it here? Okay. Maybe it happens. Maybe I have to do it during battle? See what happens. All this is new to me.
I must proceed.
Okay, you guys aren't seeing any of this, which is good. Games. Unlimited games. But no games. Uh-huh, that's weird. Uh-huh. I don't know. It should be working. It isn't. Okay. I'm gonna do this battle, but then I'm gonna figure. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna fight this battle. It should not take me too long. And then. Yeah, figure it out after that, I guess.
Please, don't let it end.
Like I said. Oh, okay, so you do get XP for quick battles. That's good.
I am making solid progress.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess that'll do it. Alright, well, now that I've maxed out their level. Yes, I understand how abilities work. Okay. Yeah, I want that on there. That there. Do that. Rising buckler there. Let's see. Put that there. Yeah, thank you, Dubs. I forgot about if their headphones aren't working. I can't exactly. They can't hear my answer. Shield of Light and Ultimate Shield. And Radiant Sword for both of those. Oh boy. these other things. Beep, beep. What do you mean, beep, beep? Whatever. I just honestly wanted the abilities. I'm not really worried about the other shit. Yeah, just because I leveled up one character doesn't mean I get a bunch of shit. So, okay. Let's do this again. Again, just kind of having some fun, getting used to things again. I'm gonna do this.
I must proceed. Get ready.
Okay, here we go. Oh, fuck! Okay, I gotta get used to dodging and shit, too.
Lightning. Get ready. Prepare.
Ow! Stop! Oh, right, she has equipment. I don't. There we go. That's the fucking dash button. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Get ready.
Thanks, Cloud.
Get ready. Bathe in the light. Shine.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm getting... Okay. Alright, here we go.
You shine brighter.
Okay, now I can show you guys some shit.
Shine.
There we go.
With his sword. Prepare.
Isn't that shit awesome? It is so fucking cool. It is so cool. Oh, I love it.
You're mine.
I forgot about the equipment part of this whole thing. How much it actually affects you. Fuck, I'm dead. Yep.
Is the light fading?
What is that, some sort of crab knife? What do you got there? I guess I do need equipment. Or just turn off their equipment or something. Yeah, we'll get back to the setup. Man, I don't know. Where's the fucking... there it is. Can I not? I thought I could... Okay. I guess I can't change the target equipment. Oh, it's a stab crab. Got it. Got it. Got it. I got it. I understand. I've got it. Then, I don't know, maybe we... Couldn't I just... What if we did, like... What if we did like that, you know? What if we did that? Is that gonna help me at all? Wait a minute. Oh, there's a... I guess there's a sword called Sirius. Alright, well, alright.
Try withstanding my blade.
Oh, what a good fucking song, too.
Get ready.
Damn. Alright, bitch. I said I liked this game. Don't ever think that that means I'm claiming to be good. Okay, so maybe that was a little too low of a level.
I am making solid progress.
I wish I was as confident in myself as as the Warrior of Light is in himself. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the hope for... Oh, I hit rematch, didn't I?
Prepare yourself.
Nope, there's no way to back out of it, so I guess I'll just fucking do one of these things real quick. What do I want to do?
Lightning. Shine.
God damn it. That's honestly what I need to start getting better at is the dodging and the blocking.
You're mine. Shine. Lightning.
All right, bitch.
Shine.
There we go.
That took too long.
That was the shortest match we've had all day, bud. What the fuck do you mean that took too long? Sure. Well, maybe 80. Let's try 80, huh?
Try withstanding my blade.
Oh, I fucking hate this map.
You're mine. You're mine. Shine.
Oop, didn't mean to do that, but alright. Got him for a whole 21.
You're mine.
Oh, I forgot I could...
Get ready. Lightning. One down.
There we go.
Lightning. You're mine. Stays in the light. Release.
Whoops! There we go.
Shine. What?
Cool.
This can't be.
Getting the hang of it. Is it... so again, I'll
I will not lose.
I'll put a poll, finger on the poll. Are you guys... Is this fun? I could go to the story mode. Right now I'm just kind of like practicing to like get in the swing of the game again and just play. I can go to the story mode if you want. I can play other characters if you guys want me to. And again, like this isn't the whole roster either. This is just the heroes that it gives you at the beginning. But there's more characters. There's more shit. I actually need to... because I thought... I thought... I thought there was a way... I could have sworn one of these things... made it so that you could flow into one of the other ones, but okay. Right. Oh, there's other shit. I forgot about all this. Oh, because I don't have any... Yeah, I completely forget it. Like, I don't have jack shit in this game right now. Versus, like, all the stuff you can get in the game. You know what? Why don't we... Who the fuck is Cloud? There he is. I'm gonna play Cloud. Oh. No, I want to play as Cloud. We'll get him up to level 100 real quick. No, we keep fighting against Luna. Yeah, fine, we'll fight against Kane.
Guess there's no getting around this. There. Over here.
Yeah, I remember playing with Cloud.
You cannot defeat me.
Alright, buddy. Whatever you want to say, Honchmo. Let's see. Where the fuck? I could have... He's got more shit than this. I don't remember... Cloud has more shit than that. I don't remember how to get that. I'll have to... There's a lot I gotta re-look at. I thought I just, like, fucking knew this game, but... Okay, actually, hold on a second. Version 5. After you've mastered Slashing Blow. Oh, right. I forgot. I forget that each of these abilities you have to... Yeah, I forgot each of these abilities you have to level up individually, too. Right. Okay. Hold on a second. Infinite EX, infinite assist, max gil, infinite EX, infinite assist, max gil, max KP. I don't remember what that is. Max PP. Oh, AP, which I. Okay. What was it? AP 1000 after battle. Okay, so if I do. Okay, I'm adding a thing, but I don't know if I will have to restart the game or not. Let me see. Let me just give me a second, okay? Give me a fucking second. All right, so that's already there. So let's do one more fight with the Cloud Baby. Yeah, hearing anything negative about Tesla just is a real positive. Okay, buddy. Remember when I said I remember how to play Cloud? Yep, that'll do it. Oh, because he's still level 1 and I'm level 100. Well,
I won.
yeah, okay, man. There he goes. I've played this game I don't know how long, and I still don't know what that means. Okay. There we go. Yeah, because I was like, I knew... Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, because it's like after a certain... So that AP thing, you know, like, again, you need to, like, level up individual abilities, too, by using them. So, like, but you'll see, like, so this one, I can do Sonic Break and then do Finishing Touch. This was some of the stuff I was looking at for Warrior of Light, too. But that really is all the HP attacks that Curado has. Actually, let's change this to Slashing Blow and regular to... Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's see, I'm not really... Well... So to attack while flying through the air must... Okay, whatever. Not worried about all that shit right now. Still don't have any of this shit, right? Okay. Alright. Let's get a new opponent. Yeah, I will absolutely do that. What was it, like level 80? That did alright?
Guess there's no getting around this.
Show ain't. I completely forgot which one it was. I think it was down.
Go. This is it.
Ow! Right. I'm just trying to be cool. Man, where's the core? No, you don't! Yes, he did. Come on! Good lord.
This is it.
Oh, okay, well, there's one of them. Come back here, goddammit. I want to do the cool thing! Fucking whatever. Go for the core then. Bro, I suck at this game. Oh my fucking god. Oh, I messed up. I should have practiced a little more. God, I'm fucking awful. Holy shit. Good lord.
You're gone. Go. You're gone.
Yep. God damn. We're
Is this the end of the line?
okay. Hold on. I need to look at his shit again because I forgot which was which. I was trying to do. Yeah. Okay. It's forward and. Okay, so forward and circle, then square. Okay. That map just also sucked. Imperial Paradox. Okay, okay.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, I think I just hit too.
You're gone. You're gone. Going down. This is it.
It's also it's a lot of timing too. I'm just learning what everyone's shit is. Oh, you dick. that one was on me. I realize I'm being really quiet too. Once again, guys, I'm sorry. I haven't streamed in fucking how long? I dodged that. You can shut the fuck right up. Fuck. Ah. I didn't realize the range on that was that fucking far. Okay. A lot of this too is because I'm trying to do like a very particular like move, and I don't know why it's not working. Oh, because I didn't equip it. Yeah, you know what? That'll do it. Not that this like single move's gonna make like the world of difference in playing this, but
Are you ready for this?
that would explain why it wasn't happening. There we go. That was it. Duh. Okay, alright, calm down, buddy. Get the fuck up there. Oh my fucking god, dude.
You see, I'm no hero.
You know what, rematch. I'm getting, you know, God forbid I'm not the best at a game I haven't played in like a decade.
No hard feelings. You're gone.
Okay, here we go. We're getting, okay. Hey, you know, shit happens.
You're gone. Gotcha. Go. Go. Go.
Ah, fuck. God damn it. Yeah, sure. Come on.
You're gone. You're gone.
I don't give a shit.
You're
I don't
gone.
give a fuck. Oh, ho, ho.
Start. Rain down.
Come on, pussy.
Go.
Come on, running out. There we go. Ah! Get it? Because it's a limit break.
This is it.
Ah, so satisfying.
No hard feelings.
Ah, fuck. Oh, it caught You've right, I did it, you son of a bitch! Not that I really even need this. Alright, man. Fucking god damn it.
It's just a win.
Oh my god! I need to hit him with one fucking attack, good lord. There we go, Jesus. Clink.
You cannot defeat me.
Yeah, to get some new lines, man. That's not you, man. That's not you, Cloud. Cloud. I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna go to the menu where I buy shit, which I think that's what that was. I need to check my PP. Oh yeah, this is how you unlock shit. Okay.
The battle begins!
This may be quite the ROM.
Didn't mean to back out. Wait, is there any way for me to just buy? Is there an all? Or just... No? Okay.
We've been waiting for this.
Must I show you?
By the way, guys, I'm trying to skip this
I
shit.
have been waiting for this moment.
I can't. You just have to hear him.
Welcome to my one-man show!
You will know what true terror is.
Cool, man.
Let me show you the powers of a witch.
Okay. Oh, hold on, because I think one of the other cheats I saw was infinite PP. But make sure to deactivate max PP when in battle because it will make the character freeze. Okie dokie. Max Pepis. Sorry, doing some shit real quick. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. I'll be the background music while the game's pause. Ba, 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 ba. Oh. See, that's where the problem is because I did the cheat. Maybe I just gotta do one of those things. Nope. Or yep.
The star
there it
makes
is.
his entrance.
Time for the star to shine.
Who's next on the list of those who won't be missed?
Seems it is my turn.
Okay. And now, hold on, I need to get some. I think it's the second one. Yeah, let's just buy both. And for Curado. I think, I don't really care too. Where's Cefido? Because I believe... Oh, I may have to look up how to cheat this, but, whoops. Yeah, there they all are. Alright. Or no, it's not. Yep, okay. Alright. Oh, right, I need to, yeah, play again with him. Look. Oh, yeah. I don't remember which one. I wish they would show you, but okay. Uh-huh. Alright, let's play as him one more time. Sure, we'll fight Cloud of Darkness. Actually, no. I know I'm going so back and forth. I'm about to go into a battle, and it said to turn off the cheat, so I will turn off the cheat. Hello?
I must proceed.
Yay! Alright, this is the costume I wanted.
Get ready.
Okay, bitch.
You're mine. You're mine.
Ah, damn it.
Lightning.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You're mine.
Get to it! Get to it! Okay. That was my dumb mistake.
Lightning.
Oh, I can just... Yeah. I did it. I beat up on a lady.
That took too long.
This outfit for the Warrior of Light is based off the original sprite for the fighter in Final Fantasy, which was all red with like spiky red hair. Again, I still don't know if that's supposed to mean anything. Oh. I don't know what any of this is. Okay. Okay, yeah, the Rune Saber. And Bitter End. Okay. Now let's try that again. No, we just fought against Kane. I'll fight the tree.
Prepare yourself. You are powerless.
Yep.
Blade of light.
There we go.
You're mine.
Bro, come on. Why are you not...
Prepare.
Why the fuck are you not locked onto him?
Get ready. Shine.
Prepare yourself.
Okay. Ah, damn it.
You're mine.
Oh wait, that was that one. Fuck. Lol.
You're mine.
God damn it. God damn it. Holy Fuck. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah. God, I am not doing good.
You're mine. Get approaching. You're mine. Get approaching.
Hey, I need to get. I need to get. What do they call it? Better. But I also really don't like this stage.
I cannot fail. You're mine. You're mine. Blade of light. I'll help. You're mine. You're mine. Prepare yourself.
Get off the fucking ceiling, dude. God.
Get ready. You're mine. Get approaching.
I thought I timed that.
You're mine. You're mine.
I just kind of want to get down here to get off from that fucking ceiling.
You're mine. You're mine. Imbecile.
Just kind of wait for it.
You are power. You're mine. Blade of light.
And we're just right fucking back to this goddamn platform. Yeah. Yeah, that's I was probably gonna end pretty soon anyway, so.
Okay, it should be ready.
Okay. Alright, thank you.
Get ready. Prepare yourself. Prepare. You're mine. To shine brighter. Blade of light.
God damn it.
Lightning. Give my all with his sword. Prepare. You're finished.
Yeah, it didn't do much, but it was cool. And that's all that counts. Except I fucked that up too. God, I hate this fucking stage.
You're mine. Get ready. You're mine. Prepare yourself. You're mine. Take this.
Oh, I haven't been doing fucking like any HP attacks. I thought I dodged.
You're mine. Prepare yourself. Blade of light. Okay, I'll help. Get approaching.
I don't know what just happened. Okay, you're gonna fucking do anything? Good. Okay.
I will not lose.
And then we didn't. Alright, guys. I just stripped for almost 4 hours. That's it just, you know, hey. Like I said, guys, thank you for anyone who you know, came out today and watched and everything. I wanted to do something today for to you know, for the anniversary day. Once again, like, I'm not going to make any sort of promises about, you know, coming back to streaming, doing any sort of regular schedule or anything like that. But this was fun. I liked this. I have the setup for it finally. And honestly, this was nice. Yeah, I had a lot of fun coming back. It was oddly nostalgic, but refreshing to just kind of do all this again. So hey, you know, maybe I'm busy, but also not really that busy. I will say if I came back to streaming, it would probably be at a little bit of a later time than it used to be because well, I guess technically I could do it after. I was gonna say, so I have a you know, a gym schedule, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what to. Uh, thanks, uh, you. Truly, earnestly, honestly. Thank you to anyone who has stuck around for this long, especially through the fact that I haven't been streaming. Like I said, I haven't streamed in like a year or fucking something. So, but there will always, I will stream at minimum, bare minimum, 1 day a year. You know for sure you're gonna get me on March 22nd, you know, or thereabouts around, there around the 22nd of March every year because, you know, for the stream anniversary. This is 3 years, 3 fucking years since I set up a camera and tried starting this shit. So, you know, of course, as usual, like, you know, thank you guys for all of your support. Again, just sticking there, just coming in, just finding this entertaining or not, whatever it is you're doing. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I had fun. I hope to maybe start doing this a little more often again. You know, just kind of doing whatever. Just really, if I did this again, I won't be trying as hard like I did before. And again, not that I was necessarily trying as hard as I should have, but like this isn't going to be like, you know, I'm not doing a schedule. I'm not saying I'm going to do this or that. I am going to go live and play some games and chit chat when I feel like having that sort of fun. So, so yeah, thanks again to everyone who stopped by. But I'm gonna end it there for today, and I'll see you guys the next time I see you. Thanks, everyone.